Breaker, breaker. This is WAR 1974, calling out from Route 36, heading south. Don't worry, I'm not going to Denver. I'll drive right past, but I assume that's okay? You still haven't told me anything about why I should avoid it, so... I think my last transmission probably cut off. I was in that hotel, in that room 217, talking on the CB somehow when, all of a sudden, whatever phantom power had been keeping it going just died. The moment it did, in the exact moment the radio went dark, not a second before, there was this flicker. The man that I'd seen, the ghost, the hallucination, whatever, he appeared again, just for a moment, by the door, suitcase in hand, looking over his shoulder as he put his hand on the doorknob. He was looking around the room like he was expecting to see something. And for that 1 second, I could have sworn that he saw me. That's impossible, right? I mean, the whole thing is impossible. The weird feeling, my CB turning on by itself with no power hookup. Seeing a person who isn't there, none of it makes sense. And he just looked like a normal person. He wasn't dressed in, I don't know, old-timey clothes. He didn't have chains around his arms or gashes in his face or any of the things that you would expect to see on a ghost. He didn't look like a ghost. God, am I a person who has opinions on what ghosts are supposed to look like now? Anyway, I'm doing better. Now that I'm away from there, it wasn't scary exactly. It was... Alright, no, it was fucking scary. But it was scariest when I was in my room alone that night, not when I followed the feeling and saw the apparition the next morning. That was just... It was walking into the wrong room and seeing another hotel guest checking out. That's all it was. Except there were no other guests. There's never any other guests at any of the places I stay. And maybe he never checked out. Whatever, I'm just glad to be putting that place in my fucking rear view.